Welcome to Real English Podcast. I'm Brendy.
And I'm Annie.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and share with friends for the Real English Podcast.
Yeah, that really helps us out a lot.
It might feel fast, but that's just how Americans talk. You'll hear it again later, so no pressure.
Absolutely. So, today we are taking a deep dive into something that, well, honestly, it terrifies a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Doctor Visit English. I want you to just imagine this scenario for a second. You're living or, maybe traveling in a foreign country.
Right.
You wake up, your throat is completely on fire, your body's just exhausted, and you really just want to lie down in your bed.
The worst feeling.
But instead, you're standing in this bright, loud clinic room. You're standing in front of a glass window, and the person behind the desk is, speaking very quickly.
Yeah, and they're asking you for a copay, or they want to know if your insurance is on file.
It's a genuinely terrifying situation. Because navigating the United States healthcare system is, it's notoriously complex.
It really is incredibly stressful. You're already feeling vulnerable because you're sick.
Exactly.
And on top of that physical pain, you have to explain your health and your finances in a second language.
It can feel like climbing a massive mountain.
Hmm.
So today we are stepping in as your personal warm language coaches.
Yes, we are. We're going to give you the exact practical phrases you need to get the excellent medical care you deserve.
And we're going to treat you like the highly intelligent adult you are. You already understand how your body works.
Right. We're just going to break down the language barrier, explain how the American system actually functions, and, give you the confidence to advocate for yourself.
So let's start right at the beginning. Before you can even see a doctor, you have to get past the front desk.
That is step one. Every medical journey in the United States starts with the receptionist.
Exactly right. So when you walk up to that desk, or even if you call them on the phone, you want to sound polite, but very clear.
Right. If you want to plan a visit, the best phrase to use is, "I'd like to make an appointment, please."
I'd like to make an appointment, please. That sounds so much more professional than just saying, I want to see a doctor.
It really is. Now, the receptionist will usually ask why you're coming in.
Okay, so what if I'm perfectly healthy, but I just want a doctor to listen to my heart and do a normal yearly check?
For that, you can just say, "I just need a routine checkup."
Routine checkup. Routine means normal, right? Like something you do regularly.
Exactly.
But wait, I have a question here. If I'm really, truly sick right now, I don't want an appointment for next Tuesday. I want to see someone today. Can I just show up at a clinic?
You can, but you need to ask a very specific question first.
Okay, what is it?
If you're standing at the clinic without a scheduled time, you ask them, "Do you accept walk-ins?"
Walk-ins?
Yeah, a walk-in is a patient who literally walks through the door, hoping to be seen by a doctor that same day.
Do you accept walk-ins? Okay, that makes perfect sense. But here is the biggest hurdle, I think. Before they even ask about your sore throat, they're going to ask about your wallet.
Yes, they are.
Because the healthcare system in the United States is private, and it is incredibly expensive.
Since the system is mostly run by private companies and not the government, having health insurance is absolutely vital.
Right. So the receptionist will immediately ask for your insurance card.
Exactly. And you need to know how to protect yourself financially right at the front desk.
So what's the very first thing I should ask the receptionist when I hand them my card?
You should ask this exact question. Do you take my insurance?
Do you take my insurance?
Right. Take, in this situation, means accept. Does your clinic accept the insurance company I use?
Okay. And what if the doctor later wants to do, a special blood test or take an x-ray? How do I make sure I don't get a massive surprise bill in the mail?
That's a great point. You ask another protective question, is this covered by insurance?
Covered by insurance.
Yes. Covered means the insurance company agrees to pay the majority of the cost. If a test is not covered, you're legally responsible for paying the entire amount yourself.
And that could be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Yeah, nobody wants a surprise medical bill. Oh, here's another financial word that confuses a lot of visitors. Copay.
Oh, yes. The copay.
I always thought that having health insurance meant everything at the clinic was free. Why is the receptionist asking me for a $20 copay?
Well, it helps to think of American health insurance like an exclusive club membership.
Okay, I like this. A club.
Right, so you pay a big monthly fee just to be a member of the club. But every time you actually walk through the clinic doors to use the services, you still have to pay a small door fee.
Ah. Okay.
That door fee is the copay.
The door fee. That's a fantastic way to understand it.
Yeah, it's a small amount, maybe $20, maybe $50, and it's paid out of your own pocket right at the front desk. So you should always politely ask, how much is the copay?
How much is the copay? Got it. Now, the receptionists might also type on their computer and tell you that your information is on file.
On file simply means they have your name, your home address, and your medical history saved securely in their computer system.
Right, and after checking that, they'll usually ask if your information's up to date.
Meaning, is everything still correct? Like, did I move to a new apartment? Did I get a new cell phone number?
Precisely. Okay, now we're going to do a quick teaching moment. I want you, the listener, to try saying these protective phrases out loud wherever you are right now.
Yeah, speaking the words physically really helps build your confidence.
Ready? Repeat after me, nice and clearly. Do you take my insurance?
Go ahead and say it.
Let's do it one more time so it feels completely natural in your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Do you take my insurance?
That's good.
Great. And now let's practice the door fee phrase. Repeat after me. How much is the copay?
Take a second to try it.
Excellent job. Doing that simple practice really helps.
It really does. So you've navigated the waiting room. The paperwork is finished. The club door fee is paid.
Finally.
Yeah. A nurse calls your name, and you finally sit down face to face with the doctor in the exam room.
Now, the doctor will usually walk in, sit down, and ask something like, what brings you in today?
Right. And when a doctor asks, what brings you in today, they are not asking if you drove a car or took a bus to the clinic.
No, definitely not. They want to know your symptoms. Symptoms are the physical feelings of being sick.
But why do doctors phrase it that way? Why don't they just say, why are you here?
Well, what brings you in today is a much softer, more polite way to invite the patient to share their story. It builds trust.
That makes sense. And this is the moment where you need simple, highly accurate vocabulary to explain how your body feels.
Right. Let's break down the most common symptoms. The biggest one is a fever.
A fever.
That means your internal body temperature is dangerously high. You feel hot and you might be sweating.
Another very common symptom is a sore throat. Sore simply means painful.
Like it hurts.
Exactly. So a sore throat means the tissue in your neck is inflamed, and it hurts terribly when you swallow food or drink water.
Then, of course, we have coughing. Coughing is that loud, explosive sound your chest makes when your lungs are trying to clear out sickness.
Right. And what about when your entire body feels incredibly heavy? Like you can't even find the energy to get out of bed?
Oh, that's the worst.
The medical word for that condition is fatigue. But the clearest, simplest way to explain it to a doctor is just to say, I feel very tired and weak.
I feel very tired and weak.
You've got it.
What if my muscles hurt all over? Like my arms and my legs are aching?
You would tell the doctor you have body aches.
Body aches, okay.
And finally, if your stomach is violently upset and you feel like you might throw up your food, you say, I feel nauseous.
Nauseous. Okay, so we have fever, sore throat, coughing, feeling tired and weak, body aches, and feeling nauseous.
Perfect.
But the doctor also needs to know the timeline, right? Like they need to know how long this has been happening. I know there's a really helpful grammatical trick for this.
Oh, yes. Think of English grammar here like using a camera.
I love this analogy.
So if you tell the doctor, I have a fever, that is like taking a quick photo, a snapshot of right now.
Okay, so today, in this exact moment, I have a fever.
Right. But a photo doesn't give the doctor enough medical information. They need to see the progression of the sickness.
Right, the timeline.
Exactly. So if you say, I've had a fever for 2 days, that is like showing the doctor a video. It connects the past directly to the present moment.
I have a fever as a photo. I've had a fever for 2 days as a video. That makes the grammar so easy to visualize.
What about coughing?
Well, instead of saying, I am coughing now, which is just a photo, you show them the video by saying, I've been coughing.
I've been coughing. It paints a much clearer picture for the medical staff.
It really does.
Now, what if the pain is rapidly growing stronger? For example, my fever was mild yesterday, but today I am burning up.
Oh, then you must use this phrase, it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Yes, that is an emergency trigger phrase for a doctor. It tells them your immune system is failing to fight the sickness on its own, and they need to intervene quickly.
Let's practice taking that grammar video right now. Listen and repeat after me out loud. I have a sore throat.
Try it out. Great. Now let's try the video version. Repeat after me. I've had a fever for 2 days.
Give it a try. Awesome. You are doing so well.
Yeah, that sounded great. Now, once you give the doctor your symptoms, the dynamic in the room changes.
How so?
They stop listening to your story and start acting like a medical detective. They'll ask you very specific questions to narrow down the cause of the sickness.
All right. So you should listen closely for 3 standard questions. First, how long have you had these symptoms? Second, are you taking any medication? And third, do you have any allergies?
If they ask how long, you just use our video grammar rule.
Mhm.
Say, for about 3 days. You don't need to create a long, complicated sentence.
When they ask about medication, they mean any medicine, vitamins, or supplements you take at home.
Yes.
If you take nothing at all, just say, no, I'm not taking anything.
The third question about allergies is literally a matter of life or death. An allergy is when your immune system overreacts to something harmless.
If you are allergic to a common medicine, like penicillin, you must tell them clearly. Say, I'm allergic to penicillin.
Because if they accidentally give you medicine you're allergic to, your throat could swell and close up.
Exactly. It's so dangerous.
I want to pause here and admit something. When I first moved to a new country, I would sit on the exam table, and when the doctor spoke quickly, I just smiled and nodded.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I pretended to understand everything because I felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
I didn't want the doctor to think I wasn't smart.
That is such a common cultural reaction. I mean, in many cultures, we view doctors as supreme authority figures.
Right.
We do not want to question them. But doing that is incredibly dangerous. In a restaurant, if you smile and nod without understanding, maybe you get a sandwich you don't like.
Which is fine.
Right, but in a clinic, if you smile and nod, you might take a pill that sends you to the hospital. You must never let a doctor rush you if you are confused.
So how do I stop them? I mean, I don't want to sound rude.
You never sound rude for protecting your health. You have 2 excellent safety phrases. The first is to verify what you heard. You say, just to make sure I understood, and then you repeat their instruction back to them.
Just to make sure I understood. That is incredibly polite.
Or, if they're simply talking too fast, you use this perfect polite request. Could you repeat that more slowly, please?
Could you repeat that more slowly, please?
Yes. Doctors genuinely want you to get better. They will appreciate you slowing them down to ensure you take the medicine correctly.
Well, one more thing before we leave the exam room. My employer.
Oh, right.
If I miss work, my boss usually demands proof that I was actually at the clinic and not just, sleeping at home.
Yeah, you need a sick note. Before the doctor stands up to leave the room, just ask, would it be possible to get a sick note, please?
Would it be possible to get a sick note, please? Very professional. Okay, so the doctor has diagnosed the problem. But a diagnosis on a piece of paper does not cure a sore throat.
No, it does not.
You need the actual medicine. This brings us to a completely separate part of the U.S. healthcare system, the pharmacy.
In the U.S., you can buy simple things like headache pills off the shelf. That is called over-the-counter medicine.
Right.
But for strong drugs, the doctor will say, I'll write you a prescription. A prescription is a highly secure, legal order for medicine that only a doctor can authorize. You have to take this order to the pharmacy counter.
Okay, so once I am standing at the pharmacy counter, what do I actually say?
Keep it direct. Just say, I'm here to pick up my prescription, and if you're waiting in the store, ask, how long will it take?
But the transaction does not end when the pharmacist hands over the little plastic bottle, right?
Definitely not.
There are instructions on that bottle, and they're usually printed in really tiny letters.
Which is why you must ask the pharmacist 3 crucial safety questions. The first is frequency. How often should I take this? They might tell you to take 1 pill every 12 hours.
The second question is about timing and food. I know some medicines can severely damage your stomach lining if you swallow them without eating a meal first.
Exactly. So your safety question is, should I take it with food?
And what's the final safety question?
Are there any side effects? Side effects are the extra, unintended things the medicine does to your body.
Like what?
Well, for example, it might cure your cough, but a side effect is that it makes you feel incredibly sleepy, so you shouldn't drive a car.
That's good to know. Let's practice the food question because protecting your stomach is so important. Repeat after me out loud. Should I take it with food?
Try it now.
One more time. Should I take it with food?
Perfect.
So we have spent all this time talking about routine visits, a sore throat, a fever, picking up medicine. But we really need to address the terrifying reality of true medical emergencies.
Yes, we do. And there's a critical distinction in the United States that you absolutely must understand. Urgent care versus the ER, which stands for emergency room. Knowing the difference between these two buildings will literally save you thousands of dollars.
Wait, really? Thousands of dollars? Why? If my body is hurt, why does it matter which building I drive to?
Because they are built for entirely different purposes. The ER, the emergency room, is located inside a major hospital. By law, they must be prepared to save lives 24/7.
Right.
They have trauma surgeons, MRI machines, and life support equipment running all day and night. It costs a massive amount of money to keep an ER open.
So if I go to the ER for just a simple cut on my finger,
You will wait in the lobby for 6 hours while the doctors treat car accidents and heart attacks. And then you will receive a massive unnecessary bill because you are paying for the overhead of a trauma center.
oh, wow.
For a simple cut, a twisted ankle, or a bad flu, you go to urgent care. Urgent care is a small walk-in clinic for non-emergencies. It is much faster and much, much cheaper.
Urgent care for non-emergencies. The ER for life-threatening emergencies. That is a vital piece of knowledge. Now, if I am in a true life-threatening emergency, I know I'm going to panic. I will forget all my English grammar rules.
And that's okay. In a true emergency, abandon your grammar completely. Short, clear sentences are all that matter. Say, I need help.
I need help.
Call 911.
Call 911.
I can't breathe.
What if it's an emergency involving my child? You know, parents get so incredibly scared when their babies are sick.
Speak clearly to the medical staff. Say, my child has a high fever. Or if the child is lethargic and will not wake up, say, he's not responding.
He's not responding. Those are heavy, difficult phrases, but
Mhm.
keeping them in your back pocket could literally save a life.
Absolutely. Well, we have given you a lot of tools today. Now it is time to put all of these puzzle pieces together into one real-life scenario.
Yes.
We are going to perform a continuous dialogue from start to finish.
We will go from the reception desk to the doctor's exam room and finally to the pharmacy counter. We want you to listen to the natural flow of the conversation.
Pay attention to how the patient advocates for themselves.
I'll be the patient, and you play the clinic staff. Let's begin. Scene 1 at the reception desk.
Hello, welcome to the clinic. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'd like to make an appointment, please. Well, actually, do you accept walk-ins?
We do accept walk-ins, but there will be about a 30-minute wait. Do you have your insurance card?
Yes, here it is. Do you take my insurance?
Let me check our system. Yes, your information is on file and your visit is covered by insurance. Is your home address still the same?
Yes, it is up to date. How much is the copay today?
Your copay is $25. You can pay that now and then have a seat in the waiting room.
Scene 2 in the doctor's office.
Hello there. I am the doctor. What brings you in today?
Well, I've had a fever and a really sore throat for 2 days, and I feel very tired and weak.
I'm sorry to hear you are feeling unwell. How long have you had these symptoms?
For about 2 days.
Okay. Are you taking any medication or vitamins right now to help with the fever?
No, I'm not taking anything.
Do you have any allergies I should know about?
Yes, I'm allergic to penicillin. It gives me a terrible rash.
Thank you for letting me know. Let me look at your throat. Yes, it looks quite red and swollen. I'm going to write you a prescription for a different antibiotic to clear that up.
Just to make sure I understood, you're giving me a prescription for an antibiotic, but not penicillin.
That is exactly correct. A totally different family of medicine, perfectly safe for your allergy.
Thank you. Also, would it be possible to get a sick note, please? My boss needs it for today.
Absolutely. I will print that out for you right now. You can take this prescription paper to the pharmacy next door.
Scene 3 at the pharmacy.
Next in line, please. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to pick up my prescription. My doctor just called it in.
Let me check the computer system. Ah, yes. It is still being prepared by the pharmacist.
How long will it take?
It should be ready in about 10 minutes. Okay, here you go. Your antibiotics are ready.
Thank you. How often should I take this?
You need to take one pill every 12 hours.
Should I take it with food?
Yes, definitely take it with a full meal or you might feel quite nauseous.
Are there any side effects?
It might make you feel a little dizzy the first time you take it, but that is all.
Great. Thank you so much for your help.
And end of role play. Let's take a deep breath.
That was a complete medical journey. We went from securing the appointment and paying the club door fee to explaining the symptoms using our video grammar rule, all the way to picking up the prescription safely.
It's a lot, but you did it. And we covered the vital financial difference between going to urgent care and going to the ER.
We did.
The core message I want you to walk away with today is this. When it comes to your health, absolute clarity is always more important than perfect grammar.
Exactly. You do not need to use complicated medical jargon. You do not need to speak with a flawless accent. Even simple, everyday English words can get you the excellent medical care you deserve.
Language should never, ever be a barrier to taking care of your body. You now have the exact tools to advocate for yourself in any medical setting in the United States.
You know how to stop a rushing doctor and confidently say, "Could you repeat that more slowly, please?"
You hold the keys to your own health and safety just by understanding these simple dynamics. So do not let fear keep you out of the clinic.
Please take a moment to gently like, subscribe, and share the Real English Podcast with anyone you know who might be moving abroad or who just needs a little extra support.
We want to help as many learners as possible feel confident.
And if you want to review today's lesson, I uploaded a free PDF summary in the description and in the comments. Feel free to download it and study at your own pace.